name is Jorge Trujillo, and I drive a 2003 Honda S2000. With this specific S2000, it actually belonged to my professor's husband. I was on campus one day, and I saw her driving up with this S2000, and I told her, like, "Oh, you have an S2000?" She's like, "Oh yeah, it's my husband's, but it's mine." So it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then I told her, like, "Oh, I always wanted one," and she said, "Well, my husband's thinking about selling it. You'll be the first to know when he decides to put it up." I'm like, okay. A couple months passed by, and then she approaches me again, saying, "Hey, my husband's really serious about selling it. Do you want to give him an offer?" And so I told him, I'm like, maybe, I don't know. I was a college student at the time. I was working, but I wasn't making nearly enough to, drop, 10K on a car all at once. And so I was like, maybe I'll think about it. And then it came to a point where she was like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna have him put it online, and if you don't want it. And so at that time, I thought to myself, you know what? It's now or never. So I ended up putting down coughing up the cash, calling up my bank just to help me out a little bit, and then I got it. I did whatever I had to do in order to get the car, and it was probably the best decision that I've made. I never thought I was gonna be keeping it in the garage, keeping it nice and clean. At first I tried to keep it really clean, and taking care of it, but as time went on, I just thought, you know what, I'll take it to one track day. And then that track day, I'd spin out, and then the interior got dusty. So I'm like, okay, well, now I can't keep it so clean. Ever since I started getting the car dirty at the track, that kind of just went out the window. So this is specifically just for tracking, and I'll take it out on the weekends every now and then. Well, I plan on keeping it forever, just because I have that emotional attachment to it. It was the first car that I dedicated strictly for going on the track. I saved up the money to get this car, and so I feel like I worked hard for this car, so I plan on keeping it. Yeah, so track days, they can be expensive. You're spending money on tires every couple of track days. Your brakes get worn. There's wear and tear on the engine, obviously, and there's all these components that you have to look after aside from the brakes and all. Just making sure the engine is running well, and all the suspension bits are doing what they're supposed to do. But I do it because it's mainly because it's fun. I can't really do this anywhere else on the street. I think one of my favorite memories at the track was actually here at Buttonwillow, where it was another S2K challenge, and I was surprised that I got first place as a stock car driver. So they gave me a little certificate and a little trophy, a little 3D printed trophy as well. So that was a surprise, and I think everyone was here. My girlfriend was here, my family was here, and we all got to see it, and I think that's probably my fondest memory right now.